What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. Well, for most of the game, well, at least in the second half, it looked like this was going to be another disappointing night for the Milwaukee Bucks. Although the Bucks do have a winning record this year, um, the Bucks have been sort of up and down, and in stretches, it's been more down than up, but coming into yesterday's game, the Bucks had won 4 games in a row. But the problem is sometimes the Bucks will go on these winning streaks, but then inexplicably go into this downward spiral. So it looked like, man, the Bucks have been playing so well, and plus, last night the Bucks got Bobby Portis back after the ridiculous 25-game suspension. The Timberwolves at one point had a 24-point lead. I think it was 96-72 with something like 9 minutes remaining. Then all of a sudden, Kevin Porter Jr., Giannis Antetokounmpo, and the Bucks shooting and defense all ramped up. I'm telling you, I told y'all this. I told y'all when the Bucks acquired Kevin Porter Jr. from the Clippers that was going to be a boom. People forget that Kevin Porter Jr. can score. He can ball. This guy averaged almost 20 points a game 2 years ago as the point guard for the Houston Rockets, who were not nearly as good as they are now. He's a bucket. And I knew that was going to be a huge steal for the Milwaukee Bucks, as long as he keeps his head on straight, you know what I'm saying? And because I know he wants to prove himself. He's motivated right now, unlike the other dude that the Bucks got. And I'm not trying to knock on him right now because I wish him well in his recovery from the blood clot. But Kevin Porter Jr. will give you energy. Kevin Porter Jr. will give you energy on both ends of the floor. He had 5 steals, I think 5 rebounds, 21 points. I think he was 6 of 9 from the floor, 9 of 9 from the free throw line. He has the ability to get calls as far as drawing fouls to get to the foul line. He's streaky a little bit from what I remember watching him in Houston, excuse me. But I feel like I'm a coach or some shit. I used to play him in Houston, but the guy, yeah. But big pickup, man. Giannis had a triple-double, the 55th of his career. I think he had something like 23 points. I think it was 13 rebounds and 10 assists or something like that. 9 of 15 from the floor, but only 4 of 11 from the free throw line. Giannis got man, he's having the worst year of his career from the free throw line, but he did hit a big 3-pointer down the stretch, which is not usually his forte, but, he hit an in-rhythm 3 that was big. And Bobby Portis in his first game back had 18 points, I believe it was, and 10 rebounds. So Bobby came right back and, put up big numbers. The Bucks outscored the Minnesota Timberwolves 34-3 in that run. And I think the Bucks scored something like 40 points in the fourth quarter for the 110-103 victory. And so this is the Bucks' 5th consecutive win. And the Bucks improved to 45-34. So I want to go to the Eastern Conference right now. The Cavaliers are number 1 at 63-16. The Celtics number 2, 59-20. The Knicks are number 3 at 50-29. The Pacers are 4th at 48-31. And the Bucks right now are firmly in the 5th seed with a 45-34 record. And I'm not saying it's an insurmountable lead over the Pistons, but with very few games remaining, it's looking more and more likely that the Bucks are going to be playing the Pacers in the first round of these playoffs. Because from what is it, the 7th seed on down, that's the play-in, and the Magic are not going to catch the Pistons. So, like the Pistons are going to play the Knicks. That should be a fun series. The Celtics and the Cavaliers are to be determined as far as how the play-in tournament plays out. But big victory for Milwaukee Bucks, man. And I'm gonna tell you something, man. I know a lot of people are saying this. I know it's not going to happen because of politics and how much money they're paying Dame, and I know Doc doesn't want to ruffle feathers, but man, strategically, they really should be starting Kevin Porter Jr. at this point. Now, I'm going to assume if he continues playing like that, he's going to get more minutes. And I know at some point in time, it's possible if the Bucks have an extended playoff run, it's possible maybe Dame could come back. I don't know how that situation is going to play out. But, man, if the Bucks go on a roll and they playing and they rolling, Dame might have to sit his ass down or something, man. Or I don't know how to make some adjustments, man. Because if the Bucks just start rolling as a team with Kevin Porter, but Doc will have to roll with him, man. No, it is what it is. But speaking of the Timberwolves, I don't know if there's a more schizophrenic team in the NBA than them, man. Some nights they look great, and then some nights it's this crap. If they're playing Denver, they look like a damn near championship team. When they're playing everybody else, some nights they look good, and some nights they, and Anthony Edwards, I'm not impressed. We got to stop anointing every dark-skinned 6'5" player as the next Michael Jordan. That shit used to annoy me when they did it with Jimmy Butler, and it annoyed me with Anthony Edwards. Anthony Edwards had 25 points, but it took him 27 shots to get those 25 points, and he was only 2 of 11 from downtown. He took 11 three-pointers. I'm tired of hearing this excuse from him that teams are doubling me, so I'm forced to shoot threes. Well, look, teams, I understand the game is different, but teams doubled Kobe. Teams doubled Mike. Now, when Kobe got older, because he didn't have the quickness to get around players like he once did, or defenders, I should say, he was forced to shoot more threes. And he was not a really good three-point shooter as far as a standstill, knockdown. Kobe was more of and Jordan had the same thing too. Jordan and Kobe were more of on-the-move three-point shooters. When they're going into their, their offensive set, I guess you would call it, offensive rhythm or offensive move. They were better outside shooters in rhythm off the dribble. Today's players are much more advanced when it comes to three-point shooting because that's all they do. But I have no doubt in my mind that if Mike and Kobe practice more, they'd be great three-point shooters. I've said this before. Even though Jordan's stats say he's a 32.7% three-point shooter for his career, I've said that when you look at the seasons in which he took 3 or more three-pointers, his career percentage soars to 38.5%. If we look at the years where he takes 3 or more per game, it goes up to 38.5%. That correlates with the finals because all the finals were in the 90s. And then all of a sudden, when you look at the finals, he's shooting 37% from 3. He was a much better three-point shooter in the 90s than he was in the 80s. The problem is The 80s, he was such a piss poor 3-point shooter that it kills his percentage overall. That's why I said, when people say, well, Michael Jordan, a good 3-point shooter, I said, well, what version are you talking about? You talking about the 80s? Yeah, he was poor. Wasn't good at all. You talking about the 90s? Yeah, he was a good 3-point shooter. The Wizard years kind of don't count because he was kind of screwed up, man. Like his knees was messed up. You know what I'm saying? And plus he played defense. Being 40, that's going to take away your legs. So I've noticed that when he did shoot threes when he was with the Wizards, he shot them better in the first halves than he did in the second half when he was getting more fatigue from being older but still playing on both ends of the floor. So anyway, this has been Too Raw for TV, just espousing my thoughts on this game and ranting about how much I, hate the Edwards fucking game. No, it's funny. He got a pull-up game, but no pull-out game. Yeah. But anyway, that's all I got to say about it. Tell me what you guys think.